Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Let's Learn with Lizzie. Today we are diving into a heartwarming story from CBSE Class 11 Hornbill textbook, The Portrait of a Lady by Khushwant Singh, a touching tribute to his grandmother, filled with love, nostalgia, and silent strength. Let's unfold the story together. Before we explore the story, let's meet the mind behind it. Kushwant Singh, one of India's most respected writer, he was known for his wit, honesty, and bold storytelling. You might have heard of his famous novel Train to Pakistan, but this particular piece that we are reading today is much more personal. It's a gentle sketch of his grandmother and their bond. The story isn't fictional, it is an autobiographical sketch. The narrator is sharing his real life experiences. It's short, simple, but packed with deep meaning. The beautiful bond between a grandson and grandmother. It is talking about spirituality and simplicity. It is focusing on changes versus tradition, and finally, the inevitable changes brought by modern life, the death and detachment. Let's break down the story using the key story elements. The story is set in India from family home and later it is moving on to the city. The characters are mainly the grandmother and the narrator Kushwant Singh himself. The conflict rises when there is a change in relationship due to the modernization and education. The climax comes when the grandmother's quite spiritual death. The resolution is when the sparrows pay a silent tribute, peaceful closure. This is a beautiful scene in the story narrated by the author. The point of view is written in first person point of view as it is an autobiographical work. The author himself has narrated the story in the first person point of view. The tone is affectionate, reflective, and nostalgic. The entire narrative is filled with full of love and reflection. Now let's talk about the star of the story, the grandmother. She is tiny, always in white, her face wrinkled and beautiful in its own way. She is deeply religious, always chanting prayers and reading scriptures. But what makes her special is her quiet strength and unconditional love. She never complains, she simply accepts. Even in silence, her presence fills the room. She is the symbol of unconditional love and quiet strength. When the narrator was young, they lived together in a village. She walked him to school, helped him get ready, and told him stories from religious texts. They were inseparable. But then came the move to the city, and everything changed. In the city, the narrator went to an English medium school. No more scriptures, no more shared walks. The grandmother was sidelined, but never bitter. She accepted it gracefully and spent her time feeding sparrows and praying. Eventually, she sensed her end was near, and true to her quiet strength, she passed away while praying. The ending is quite beautiful because here's the part that stays with you. After her death, hundreds of sparrows gathered silently around her body. They didn't chirp, they didn't move, they sat with her. They seemed to know it was this silent goodbye, a moment of nature paying tribute to a truly gentle soul. This story teaches us so much that love doesn't always need words, that traditions and values hold quiet power, that dignity lies in accepting change with grace. It reminds us to cherish the elders in our lives before they become memories. Here's something to think about. What does the grandmother's character teach you about life, love, and letting go? Drop your thoughts in the comments or talk about it with your classmates. If you're studying this text for exams, don't miss these points. First is the first person narration adds a personal touch to the story. The sparrows are a symbol of peace and respect. The tone is calm, nostalgic, and emotional. It's a great example of storytelling through observation and emotions. Thanks for watching, folks. If this story touched your heart, give this video a like, share it with your classmates, and subscribe for more beautiful literature breakdowns. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and don't forget to listen to the silence. It often says more than words ever can. Thank you once again.